Good morning, everybody. Great morning it is. What a wonderful morning. And I'm going to give Facebook Live a couple of seconds to get our audience together. And then I'm going to jump right into the word this morning for our morning manna. Now, you know, I'm repping this morning. I am from North Carolina. I live in the Midwest St. Louis metropolitan region, but I'm repping this morning. Because Carolina won, and got a word for you as well. Going to give Facebook Live just a second or two to get our audience together. Going to give you kind of the ground rules. If it's your first, second, or third time, always let us know. We want to shout you out. And if you're a part of the morning fam all the time, you know the deal is the text, the talk, and the takeaway. You know to send the likes, you know to send the hearts, and you know you got to share so that somebody else can get the revelation. Give us some comments so that we can respond throughout the day. So let's get right into it. Last night I was watching the game, and as many of you did, millions of people in America watched the game last night. I was just taken aback by the refereeing. Now, yes, I'm a Carolina fan and we ultimately won, but the refereeing just seemed to me to be so inconsistent and so pervasive that it impacted the flow of the game. It almost seemed like it was just totally unfair at one point against one team, and at another point unfair to another team. What is it, and how do we respond when life is like the game last night and it's unfair? Here's the text. The text is John 5 and 6. John 5 and 6. Before I read the text, I'll give you the context. It is the man who is by the pool for 38 years, paralyzed, waiting for the water to be troubled so he can get in there and be healed. Here it is, John 5 and 6. Jesus walks up to the man and says, "Do you want to get well?" That's what Jesus says to him. Do you want to get well? It reminds me of when it seems as though life's not fair. What do you do when it isn't? The first thing you do, you got to stop looking for alibis. You got to stop looking for alibis. As I watched the game last night, those players just kept on playing. They didn't stop and finger point at the refs to the point that they got their minds off of the game. Jesus said to the man at the well, look, at the water, he says, "Look, you've got to stop looking at how everybody gets in front of you. You're looking for alibis while you're not well." The second thing is you got to start pressing ahead. Jesus asked the question. It's as if the man had never been asked that question before. Do you want to be well? In other words, what are you going to do about your sickness and your situation? You've got to start pressing ahead. Jesus said to the man, pick up your bed, pick up your mat, the thing that has held you, now you hold it, and you press ahead. Here's the third thing that you got to do when life's not fair. I don't care how long it's been, 38 years or 38 minutes. You got to stay focused on the task. You got to stay focused on the task. The man's eyes were always on those who got ahead, always looking at the water when it was going to be troubled, always looking at everything else. But the task at hand was to be well and get well. I saw that last night when I watched the game. The players stayed focused on the task at hand. When life's not fair, you got to stay focused on the task at hand. You got to press ahead. And you cannot look for alibis or reasons why you are dealing with what you're dealing with. Now, what is this going to say in terms of, what is it going to do in terms of your takeaway this morning? The takeaway is this. Life's not fair. Now what? So what? Life's not fair. Now what? So what? You got to get about life. You cannot sit around and wonder why the referees are not calling the fouls you want them to call. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more Morning Manna. Bye now.